Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Drag Drama, where the wigs are snatched, the queens are shady, and no one is safe, not even the chicken that got decapitated this week. We're diving into All Stars 10, Episode 11, also known as Mistress Cries, Lies, and Gets Outshined by a Poultry Prop. With 8 queens left and a twist that no one was shocked by, the girls gave talent, trauma, and truly questionable taste. So grab your tearaway suit and your emotional support lash glue. Let's get into it. Let's start with the elephant in the workroom. And no, that's not a fat joke. That's a vibe joke. Mistress Isabelle Brooks kicked off this episode with all the grace of a screaming toddler at a Chuck E. Cheese. She's still mad about being in the bottom last week, claiming she was robbed, gaslit, and somehow spiritually attacked by the Snatch Game. Then she hits us with the most delusional quote of the season. I don't even need Drag Race. I'll just play video games on YouTube. Girl, first of all, you're not the next PewDiePie. Second, we barely tolerate you in 1080p. What makes you think we're tuning in for you to rage quit Minecraft? This ain't Twitch, it's All Stars, and you're out here serving keyboard warrior in crisis. She came off less like a queen and more like a girl who just lost a local brunch booking and is subtweeting about it. Then Aja tries to bring the room together with a heartfelt reflection, and Mistress cuts her off with a laugh like she's just heard someone say she was a fan favorite. Aja confronts her like a poised queen she is, and Mistress responds with that classic, I don't take advice from filler queens energy. Girl, your entire storyline is bitter in the back corner of Untucked. Aja gave her grace. I would have given her a rolled-up wig cap and a therapist number. Now let's talk about the All-Stars Talent Invitational, also known as Who Still Had Budget Left for a Number. Spoiler alert, Mistress did not. Aja, she bit the head off of a stuffed chicken. I screamed, I clapped, I called PETA. Then she vogued, she danced, and she gave a track that slapped harder than Mistress's delusion. I liked it. Bosco, burlesque with brains and bite, made fun of beauty standards while serving face and chair choreo. Diabetti performed on a fax machine and somehow made office drag weirdly charming. It was giving drag secretary in a fever dream. Ginger Minge, Broadway vocals? Check. Self-deprecating humor? Check. Actual stage presence? Rare but yes, check. She brought the theater gay fantasy. Irene the Alien. She did about 12 things in 90 seconds, none of them coherent. It was chaos, but not in a fun way, more like group project where no one spoke. Georges. Original song called Muggy, and listen, it was catchy, campy, and very drag brunch, but with a budget. A pretty big budget at that. Lydia B. Collins. She did Humpty Dumpty burlesque. No, really. It cracked, it scrambled, it yoked, but the judges just weren't sunny side up about it. Mistress Isabelle Brooks. She told jokes? Or tried to? It was less comedy and more the feeling you get when you forget your password on stage. It fell flatter than her character arc. I hated it. And here's how I saw the runways. Aja, Wakandan goddess with a touch of intergalactic slay. Despite what La Roach said, I liked it. Bosco, runway was a goth goddess moment. Vampiric, sleek, no notes. This was perhaps one of the most elegant runways in Drag Race history. Diabetti, funky, club kid, looked like a party favor on acid. It was creative and fun. Ginger Minge, she finally stopped dressing like a middle school teacher. Glow up confirmed. Irene the Alien, sci-fi Valkyrie fantasy, 8. It was scorching. Georges, runway mirrored her season 14 self. It was reflective, literally. It was hot. Lydia B. Collins, Alien Couture, genuinely gorgeous. It was hot. Mistress Isabelle Brooks, she stomped down the runway like a silver foil fever dream, looking like a baked potato that got lost at a Renaissance fair. The armor, cheap. The silhouette, confusing. The fantasy, non-existent. Not hot at all. So the bottom two were Mistress and Lydia. Lydia laid an egg, Mistress laid excuses, and the judges made the only logical choice. Mistress finally got the chop. And baby, it was overdue. She's been surviving off sound bites and confessionals all season. Not performance, not polish, just pure delusion. She stomped out like the main character in a movie no one was watching, promising she's fine, she's famous, she's got Twitch. Good luck in your live stream, sis. Just make sure the mute button works. Then RuPaul, in a twist absolutely no one was surprised by, announced the wildcard lottery. Because, of course she did. One eliminated queen will return for the finale. You could see it coming from space. It's All-Stars, baby. They were never going to let it end without more chaos, one more gag, and a final ratings grab. So now the queens are gagged. The fans are fighting in the comments, and Mistress is probably already filming her YouTube thumbnail for why I was actually right on Drag Race. This episode had drama, poultry violence, and finally, blessedly, the downfall of Mistress Isabelle Brooks. She's been messy, mean, and miraculously overhyped. And now she's a wildcard prayer, and not a very convincing one. We're down to the wire. The crown is anyone's game, and honestly, if that chicken isn't in the top 4, I'm rioting. What did you think? Was Mistress robbed, or just finally returned to sender? Did Aja eat? Did Lydia yoke too hard? And who do you want back in the wildcard twist? Drop the tea in the comments, and don't hold back. This is drag drama, not drag diplomacy. Smash that like button like you're smashing Humpty Dumpty's shell. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the finale recap. And ring the bell like it's a workroom alarm and you're about to cry in the mirror.
But the winner of this week's challenge is Bosco.